be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's up? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. Hope you enjoy the content. And before we get into this video, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe. Go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. So I am back with another mukbang, and I came to y'all. I got a story time for y'all, and it's a real story time. So please stay tuned for that. Even if you only watch that, please make sure you watch. All right. So anyways, I got some soft shell tacos, turkey tacos. These are low carb taco shells. All I have on them are cheese, sour cream, lettuce, and tomatoes. That's it. Very, very simple. So let's get to it. Let me give y'all the first bite. First bite for y'all. Second bite for me. Y'all, I love these glasses, but I think I'm gonna have to let them go. Y'all see how much I gotta adjust them. Or maybe I'll get them fixed. I think they're a little stretched out, because I don't wear them so much. Let me take this off. I can't do that. I'm not doing that the whole video. Anyway. I'm gonna try to get them fixed. I love those glasses. I am not a fan of like soft shell tacos. Like, it's not my favorite. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never order that anywhere. But I got these tortilla shells because they're these low carb tortilla shells that Laura likes. So, you know, and I'm down to watch my carbs. I'm down for that. I'm so happy to be eating. So I'm dropping this video on Thursday. I'm leaving on Tuesday. I'm glad the weekend is almost here so me and Laura can, you know, get some quality time in. Because that's the thing, people were asking me if I was going to have a meet and greet while I was out here. Only issue is me and Laura, this is our first time seeing each other since she started her new work schedule. So I don't see her most of the day. Like, while, you know, during the week, I don't see her. So having a meet and greet just wasn't ideal because, you know, when we see each other, we need to spend our time together, you know, when she gets off work. And then on the weekends, you know, we got to make the best of that time too. So maybe next time though, if I come out here, I could do a meet and greet with the DMV folks. Because there's a lot of y'all out here. A lot of y'all are out here. I wish y'all could see the setup that I have. I am gonna do a vlog. I've been vlogging today. I'm gonna show the setup in the vlog. My phone is propped up right now on some books. I'm eating on top of, it's just a bunch of stuff stacked up. It's a candle underneath here. You gotta make it do what it do. You know? Especially when I'm not in my regular setup. You gotta make it do what it do. I really enjoyed my time out here. At this point, I feel like I could live out here on the East Coast. Now, I think the true determining factor is me coming out here during the winter. I want to come out here during the coldest part of winter to experience it. I think that would be the thing that makes me feel like whether I could for real live out here or not, you know. But so far, the weather really has been great. It's been warm every single day. It sprinkled a little bit one day, which was no big deal. But besides that, it's been warm. Warm during the day, cold at night. And not even like bone chilling cold, just, you know, cool. That makes sense. I'm smashing this food. Y'all give me, I'm gonna take a couple more bites or probably just finish this. And I'm gonna jump into, I mean, I guess it's a bit of a story time, but really it's just some information I want to share with y'all. And it kind of ties into my personal experience at the hotel me and Laura just stayed at, kind of, to a degree. But either way, this is just information I feel like people should know. I really believe that. This is so damn good. I don't even got no sauce on it. I think we're having seafood for dinner tonight. I can't wait. I've been craving seafood. I want some mussels and I want some crab. Let me go ahead and get into the story time / information I want to share with you guys. Now, this is important for anybody. If you are a traveler, if you know someone who travels often, they travel solo, in groups, whatever. This is important, you know, very, very important. Now, I will say that I think that anybody can be taken advantage of, but I think that women become, you know, high targets. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, I'm laying in bed this morning and Twitter is my favorite platform, y'all. My favorite social media platform. Just like the things that I can learn quickly, I love it. So I'm scrolling through, and it's this girl. I had been following her for a while, but I hadn't, like, I don't know, I haven't seen her tweets in a while for whatever reason, right? So anyway, I see her tweet, and she's talking about the Cambria, however you pronounce it, Cambria Hotel in DC. So that caught my eye because we stayed at the Cambria Hotel in Maryland, in College Park area of Maryland, right? So I click on the tweet or whatever, and she's talking about her experience. So this woman is saying that this just happened. She just stayed like maybe, I don't know, 2 days ago, a day ago, something like that. It was very, very recent. She was saying that she was in town for, or staying at the hotel for a funeral or something like that. So anyway, she was saying that, you know, when she got to the hotel, that I think she got there late. She got there by like 11:30 at night. Yeah, so it was kind of late. So she gets to the hotel, and she said that things just felt sketchy for her, right? Now, apparently this hotel is really nice. I haven't seen it, but I will again. I'm going to circle back around to the hotel that Laura and I stayed in. So she said that things just felt sketchy. I guess this woman was outside, and she could feel that the woman was like watching her. And then it was some guy that was outside, I think, that was also like in the area, that made her feel strange. So she FaceTimed one of her friends until she got into the hotel. She checked in. So like I said, she checked in around 11:30 at night, right? So she decides to take a shower at 1 a.m., right? So she's in her hotel, and all of a sudden she just hears this noise. It's like a banging noise, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody is like trying to enter into her hotel room, right? So she hears this noise. She jumps out the shower, and she goes to the door, and sure enough, it is somebody like attempting to get into her door, right? Only reason this person was not able to get in is because, you know, the little extra safety feature, it's like a little flap that goes in front of the door that, you know, that stops it, like the little stopper. She had that on the door. This man proceeds, now mind you, he had to have had a key, right? He had to have had a key to be able to even open the door. So he continues to slam the door open and shut, telling her to open the fucking door, like telling her to do it. And so she, you know, she could see who he is. She says, I think it was a black guy. He had locks. I think he might have had a mask on. I'm not really sure. And she was able to see what color shirt he had on. But he just kept on saying, open the fucking door. Mind you, this is happening at 1 a.m. in the morning, right? So this man is clearly trying to gain entry into her hotel. And had she not had that little extra little safety feature on, you know, the little, you know what I'm talking about, y'all, the man would have got in, right? So I guess the guy runs off or whatever. She immediately calls, you know, the front desk to let them know what's happening. Y'all, the hotel tells her that was housekeeping. They're like, oh, that was housekeeping. We're sorry that he, you know, housekeeping entered your door instead of the person, you know, the person next to you. They were supposed to be gaining entry into the hotel room next to you. Are you serious? Like, that's their response. They literally were, you know, completely downplayed it. Didn't try to call the police or nothing, right? So, I mean, just imagine being this woman at 1 o'clock in the morning experiencing something like that somebody is trying to break into your hotel room, right? So now at this point, I'm going through and reading responses and stuff like that. People are now posting reviews about this hotel. Again, this is the Cambria Hotel on Q Street in DC. So then it was this other woman. It was a Google review of this woman who stayed within the last like month or two, where she was talking about that she checked into the hotel at 8:13 p.m. right? She checks in, gives them, you know, her information, her credit card. She gets her key. She gets onto the elevator, and a man is on the elevator, and I don't know, they bumped into each other or something like that. But he was basically trying to like switch out keys with her, because she still had her, you know, she had her room key in her hand. You know, most people do when they're first checked in, right? So she had her key in her hand, and the key fell out, and he was like trying to swap keys with her, and it made her feel really uncomfortable, right? So she felt so uncomfortable that she was trying to go back to the front and let them know what happened. They weren't, I guess, very helpful. This woman was checked out of the hotel by 8:13. This other guy proceeds to talk about, again, his review was also within like the last 2 months. He was talking about how it was some woman who was passed out, inebriated. He saw her being carried into a elevator, off of an elevator or something like that, and how the manager on duty wasn't being helpful, and just the protocol of how they were handling this woman just wasn't appropriate. This other person in the comments or a review talked about how their friend, there was an attempt at kidnapping at the hotel. So really all of this boils down to, y'all, is that basically the hotel team, the hotel management, the hotel workers, whoever, housekeeping, management, whatever, the staff members at this hotel are allegedly involved in basically a trafficking ring, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like, you know how scary that is? Like, that is so terrifying. And then also the woman who initially posted about the man trying to break into her hotel, you know, in her thread, she was talking about how basically that, like, at this hotel there's like construction going on. There's a construction site maybe very close. So like if somebody does get, you know what I'm saying, trafficked or picked up or whatever, you wouldn't hear them screaming. You would not hear the person screaming, y'all. And I guess this hotel is very close to freeways, which people were saying that makes it an ideal location for like trafficking. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to transport you to other states or whatever. It's quick, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, this just scared the shit out of me. And let me tell you something. So we stayed at the Cambria Hotel in Maryland, in College Park, and we had a pleasant experience. We didn't have any issues at all, right? However, there was something weird that happened though. You know what I'm saying? So we stayed from Saturday to Tuesday, right? Laura was off on Monday because of the holiday, and then Tuesday, she went to work early in the morning, and I checked out, and I got a late checkout at 1 p.m., right? So the one thing that I didn't like the Cambria Hotel, everything was exceptional. Like the food was great downstairs, the room was clean, the bed was comfortable, the price point was great. A lot of places you can walk to in the area. The one downfall that I didn't like about this hotel is that they were like, when we checked in, they were like, you know, housekeeping like is on site, but they only clean the rooms if you stay for 4 days or more. So your room really gets cleaned every 4 days. You know what I mean? But if you need soap, if you need towels, you can call to the front desk and housekeeping will bring it to your room, right? So we didn't stay long enough to get our room clean, you know, so we kept our room tidy or whatever, right? I didn't like that, but I was like, whatever. Now, I did call while we were there to get like some soap, some more toilet paper or whatever. The person, it took them an hour, but they eventually came upstairs, whatever. No big deal. Now on Tuesday, like I said, Laura left early to go to work. She left like at 7 in the morning, right? And I got a late checkout at 1 o'clock, and I stayed up. Once Laura got up, I stayed up, right? So I am, you know, like I was working, I was, you know, packing my stuff, took a shower, stuff like that, right? So like around 11 o'clock, I climbed into bed and was like, I wanted to take a nap, but then I kind of wanted to do some writing, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in the bed debating what I want to do. There's a knock at the door. So I go to the door and it's housekeeping. And she was like, oh, you're still here? I was like, yeah, I'm still here. I was like, I'm here till 1. She was like, oh, okay, my bad, I'm sorry. I was like, okay. So then like 11:30, 11:45, another knock at the door. So I go to the door and I was kind of delayed because I'm like, who could really be knocking at the door? I poked my head out of I opened the door and nobody was there. Poked my head out into the hallway and it was the same housekeeping lady. And I'm like, what do you want? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, oh, I'm sorry. So then like 12:30, y'all, she knocked on the door again, right? And so she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I thought I saw you check out or whatever. And I'm like, what? Like, I guess I didn't think that it was weird at the time. But of course, after reading the reviews about what's going on at the Cambria Hotel in fucking DC, I'm like, are y'all trying to do some shit in Maryland, you know? Because people were also saying just look out for the Cambria Hotels, period. And they were like talking about how Cambria Hotels are owned by Wyndham or something like that. And then like how at one point Wyndham had to pay all this money for some trafficking shit that went down. I'm like, what? So yeah, it was a little strange, like that she knocked on the door 3 times. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, are you trying to get me to open the door all the way? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Like, and of course I thought about this after, like once I read about what happened in DC. But I'm just like, anyway, point is, y'all, just be safe when you're traveling. Make sure that you're putting, you know, your extra security stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the little door flap, the extra thing. There's also extra things you can order too, where there's a lot of flight attendants, you know, since they're in and out of a lot of hotels when they travel. They have like even the extra little door stoppers where like this alarm goes off if someone attempts to open the door. And of course it scares the person off because it's like an alarm that sounds. But just if you need any extra security stuff, make sure you put on, like I said, the little, not the chain, but you know, the little thing that I'm talking about that stops the door if somebody comes in. Make sure you're doing that. You know, be careful, you know, when you're going in and out of the hotel, especially if you're coming in at night. Make sure you read the reviews, because this Cambria Hotel in DC has decent reviews. It's like a 4.2 out of 5. So I feel like if you don't really comb through the reviews, you might book it. You get what I'm saying? But at least look at like the last 6 months to a year of the reviews to see what people's experience have been. Because if you look at the last 6 months of the reviews on this particular hotel, you will be terrified and you would not check in. You know what I mean? And again, this is a safety thing, you know. So a ton of people have been tagging it, you know, talking about it on Twitter, tagging the FBI, and apparently this has been going on, but there's like no investigation or anything like that, which is crazy. So just be careful, y'all. Be careful. And I was so freaked out behind this, y'all, like when this shit happened. So I left my tripod at the hotel after I read that shit that happened in DC. Now mind you, this didn't happen to us, but I was like, y'all can have a tripod, y'all can have it, whatever, I'll just give me a new one, y'all. I was just freaked out, you know, like reading this woman's story, which is fucking terrifying. So y'all be safe out there. You know, make sure you're paying attention wherever you're going. When you get in the car, please lock your doors. You know, I know a lot of us can also get in the car and, you know, we start getting on our phone. We're looking for directions. We trying to turn on the playlist. Like, make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings at all time, pretty much. You know, us being alert, reading reviews, sharing information and stuff like that can really save somebody's life. So anyways, that's it, y'all. I'm about to go ahead and wrap this video up. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. I'll meet you in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Make the best of the day. Be good to yourself. Peace.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.